Okay, we'll wait about 5 seconds here, and then we'll go ahead and just start this. And you guys know how I work. When we do a YouTube video here on the live stream, I act as if I'm teaching it on YouTube. So just bear with me, and we'll go ahead and get right into this. Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Hey guys, what's up? It's Tim Michael from TimMichaelArts.com here on my live stream. I do a live stream show almost every single day, give or take roughly. And you just got to go to TimMichaelArts.com and you can see me draw live if I am online. Please make sure you follow me on Twitter at TimMichaelArts on Twitter if you want to know when I'm on or not. Question was brought up that I thought is something good that we should talk about, and it was interpretation. And in interpretation, we want to take a look at how do you turn a realism piece into a caricature or a cartoon? How do you take anything and interpret it into something else? How do you loosen up your brain enough to be able to do that? There's lots of different ways. I'm going to just show you two. Okay? One is very simple. It's squinting, or using Photoshop to squint for you. And I'll show you what I mean. Okay, let's go ahead and go right in here. I'm going to go ahead and hide myself away from the screen. That way you can see what I'm doing. Bye-bye. Okay. So, now that we're in here, first thing I want to do is you guys can see that I have a picture of myself pulled up here that I was going to show my live streamers. I'm going to take this and I'm going to immediately put a blur on it. Except that the selected area is empty. How about if we select the area and try that again? Blur. Gaussian blur is very popular. That's obviously very blurry. So let's go ahead and back that down. If you blur up your image just enough so it starts to get confusing, it starts to open up some interesting features that you guys can find. It starts to bring out the shapes more than the details. And because it does that, you can go ahead and begin sketching the shapes instead of those actual details. So let me show you what I mean. I'm going to start here on this other screen, and I'm going to actually try and sketch this out very quickly. We're just going to start with a basic circle. Let me go ahead and kind of do this as if I was drawing it for a real purpose. I'm going to go ahead and start with a real circle. And actually, I'm looking at that, and that could actually be even more circular, more like that. And let's go ahead and cut off my points for my eyes, my nose, my mouth, which I'm going to kind of squeeze into the nose because it looks kind of close. I'm going to tweak up the edges because you can look here and you can kind of see the shape of the tweaked up edge and the chin. Now to help me out, I'm going to go ahead and take this image and I'm going to rotate it so my face is upright, and I'm going to do the same with this face here. That's going to help me out a lot. As I'm looking at the shapes, I can see certain things that I just can totally take out of proportion. And it's okay to do that. Feel free to. Just think outside the box. You're looking at shapes. You're not looking at a person here. You're just looking at different pieces of a puzzle. Now, because it's so blurry, it's kind of hard to tell where things are. I can't tell where those eyes are. I can kind of see this, though. I don't know if you can see that. I can see that the eyes are kind of here. I can see kind of a cheekbone area coming down this way, kind of like this. And then the chin kind of seems to stick out of the bottom just a little. And then as I'm looking, that kind of connects still to the bottom of it. This guy's got a mustache. And then that beard, the goatee, seems to come up here kind of like this. And then I got on my big mega headphones. Hey, welcome back, Dave. Sorry, this is live stream. People show up and you say hi. Alright, and then the hair looks kind of high. And I see a circular nose here with two corners that go off the side. And kind of a triangle for the nose. And there you go. That's interpretation. That's one option of interpretation that's the idea that you're looking for. It's kind of the idea of just looking at the shapes and turning it into a cartoon. Now, of course, if you're more experienced, there's another way. Let me start by erasing this shape here. Okay, I'm going to go over here and turn off my Gaussian blur. I'm going to go ahead and turn this back to the side. Now, here's where interpretation is more popular. This takes a lot of practice to be able to see things like this, but it helps. Let's just start with shapes in general. Looking at the shoulders here, that looks like a whole shape that comes across. So we're going to go ahead and just draw this whole shape here, just kind of like this. Sitting off of that shape is this, and then it kind of connects, kind of like that. Now you can draw your features, since you can see a lot more of the details, and then you can start sharpening up your points so that it looks a little bit more what you're seeing in front of you. You don't want to do too much though, because remember, interpretation. Have fun with it. Okay. Now, since this is interpretation, I see big headphones. I'm going to make them bigger, just because I can. Alright, let's go ahead and add the hair in here. And remember, all you're doing is you're not looking at anything more than just shapes for this right now. So for right now, as you're looking at it, look at the cheeks. There's kind of some circular sort of stuff going on here in these cheeks. Once again, those eyes just look really crazy. So I'm going to go ahead and really exaggerate the eyes even more. And I'm going to do that a little different. I'm going to go ahead and rotate this. That way I can kind of keep it in balance. I'm going to zoom in here. Make my brush just a bit finer. And I'm going to go ahead and put in some comic style eyes. Basically what I'm doing is I'm using any eye that I want. Hey, what do you know? Alright, totally interrupting my tutorial here to say a special hi to Evan. Evan, thanks for coming in. Thank you so much. So good to see you. Alright, guys, I do have to prove that he's in here. Please let me bring in my podcast conversation in here. And as you can see, Cartoon Block, Evan from Cartoon Block is in my channel. Yes. Evan, thank you so much for stopping in. I appreciate it. Everyone's been talking about you and claiming that they really want to see you. And I was going, I would love to ask him to come in. I don't know if he has the time. So thank you so much. Anyway, guys, when it comes to interpretation, what you're looking to do is you're just looking to look for those shapes, structuring those out as best you can, finding those elements that you want to get, and then building off of them. But you don't have to draw exactly what you see. Think about what it could look like. Think about how it could look in a cartoon. And with that, then you got it going on. Just have some fun with it. Mess around with it as much as you want. Get that design that you're looking for, and then you're going to have a pretty funky looking piece. I think I'm getting my point across here. And to be honest, I want to get back in the conversation with Cartoon Block myself, depending on how long he'll be sticking around. So, anyway, guys, this is one of the reasons why you should stop it. I'm sorry. Wow. This is one of the reasons you should be stopping into my live stream. I get some very cool people popping in. I love it. Evan, you have made my night, sir. Alright, let me pull up my chat conversation here. I don't want to miss out on this. Where is it? Here we go, main panel. Oh, everyone's jumping you. Sorry about that. Yes, I do have a cold. I'm sorry. Hopefully you can't get sick over cyberspace. Yeah, I've been sick for about 2 weeks now. It has not been fun. My whole family's actually had it too. How's your family doing, by the way? Alright, anyway guys, I'm going to go ahead and stop this tutorial here. I will be right back so I can save the data. That way we don't lose it. I can cover this further in another tutorial. But that's 2 ideas on interpretation that you can take a look at. And if you want, we can talk about it more a little later. But since we've had such a exciting interruption from Evan, I definitely want to get into the conversation. So thank you for watching, guys. I hope that you enjoyed that very quick tutorial. And please, please, please come on into my live stream. Go to timmichaelarts.com where you can join us in the live stream.